Testing 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Oh yeah. Still a slight delay there. Strega Heart's in the house. What does this one sound like? That sounded normal. Maybe it's this. Nope.
Maybe it's this one. Oh, that sounds a little different. Oh, this will bury my buzz. Give your tip what I'm saying. Baby. Oh, that's this to them.
What's this? Oh, yeah.
This is the creepy one, right? Oh yeah, that's definitely creepy.
And I think we're back to normal. Good. I still got the creepy one on there. Oh, and it is time to get started. Let's quit playing around here with all the sound stuff. See if we can switch gears. Oh, here we are. Chef Natron in the house. Good to see you. And you too, Strega Heart. I'm feeling tired tonight, so I may not be on here very long. But I thought we'd do at least a quick look at Bitcoin and anything you guys wanted to go over. A few things in the market here. Got to make a big decision. It's sell in May and walk away time, possibly. And I'm going to look at the charts and see if that's something I need to consider or not. Pepe! Pepe go down. Pepe going down. Going to be shorting Pepe. All right, coming over to Bitcoin. Chef Natron says, hell yeah. I'm beat, but I wanted to support, man. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I feel beat too. It's so easy. I could almost talk myself out of not doing this. The daily on Bitcoin. What have we got going on, man? Said to reassess things just a little bit. I had this trend line up here, so all I did is just drug it down and just caught where it was catching the most bottoms. First saw it here and there, extending over. Just kind of confirms this bigger channel idea that we found support on, so that's good. We just can't seem to break up above that 28.8, and that bothers me. I don't like it. Don't like it at all. It's not fun. And checking out the daily here, I do like the money flows up, stochastic's coming down, man. I don't know. Looking at this weekly, I had that red dot there a couple weeks ago. Just trying to check a few things out. That could be a little bearish. Definitely is on the histogram. On the weekly, 3-day. 3-day looks interesting. 3-day looks like it's trying to take a turn to the upside. And if money flow's still in the green and 3-day's trying to go up, 5-day in the green, pretty freshly in the green. Stochastic's coming down just a little bit. Could they come down this far? Or, no, they already broke that part. I have really got to see us get above 28.8 for me to stay bullish. This is my paper trading over here, and I accidentally thumbed a big order of I think it was like 1.5 Bitcoins, and I've added to it or something to try to get the price down. But I'm trying to get this back up to 100,000 because I played around with it and got caught in a side of a short or something a couple weeks ago, or last week when I first set it up. Not real money, but it's in profit at the moment. We'll hang out. If we could make it up to 29.2, I could make that money back. The paper money, that's not real, but it's fun to do the paper trading. Pretty cool to set that up on TradingView. The daily suggests that we could be going up. But man, I just see a lot of sideways coming in on this. I'm not happy about that. The weekly still wants to come down, but we're in the cloud. But we can still come down in the cloud. But we can't come down too far or we'll bust out of this pattern, and I don't want to see that. So let me back up here. 4 hour. I do not want to see us break to the downside of this pattern because this is a bearish pattern anyway. The rising channel. We did get this little bear trap, which was good because you just get those and it usually bounces you up to the top. And I was looking at this for the longest as being about half channel, I guess, right there. But you can clearly see when you drop that down that it actually is a channel. We've been on the bottom of it. The only thing is on the 4 hour here, man, those moving averages look bearish. Well, yes and no. Because we do have the 50 crossing the 100, and it may make it up there to the 2, so it's kind of slow giving. But we just had the 21 cross over the 200 and trying to cross over the 50, so I think we're going to zone out in here, it looks like. And, you know, we don't usually break up through a green cloud. The moon wave's starting to turn over here on the BMC. So for short term, it looks like we're going to be at least coming down to retest this 9. I should go ahead and get out of this thing. I forgot how to do it. Or I could flip. Now, might wait till it gets up a little higher to flip, if it will get up higher. 1 hour, we are in the middle of the cloud. That could be hopeful, but man, other indicators are saying down. Possibly down. Could fool us, but usually doesn't. How you guys doing tonight? And there's Grizz. Good to have you here, Grizz. Got Grizz and Chef and Stragahart. And we're just kind of chilling and going over whatever you guys want to look over. I'm just kind of looking over Bitcoin at the moment, and then I want to take a look at Total 2. Because I got to make some decisions. Sell in May and walk away, or... that is what I'm looking at, because I don't like that. Okay. Let me go to the daily here. I don't like that either. So situation I'm in, I'm thinking about seriously trimming away some of my altcoins. Because I just want to free up some capital. If we are going to drop over the next couple of months, I want some free capital because I've kind of deployed all mine and I need to reclaim it. I thought I'd be able to take a little bit more profits than what I did, but we just didn't get that move up with alts that we were kind of hoping for. This pattern, inverted head and shoulders, is not invalidated. So there is a possibility, you know, we could come down these areas, at least this 100, and go up. But man, I don't want to see that. That will affect how well it performs. VXB having a move up. Brass on Max. Glad to have you. He says buy PSL. I don't even know what that is, but we'll take a look at it. Strigar says, I've been trying to catch the streams. Oh, I haven't been doing many streams lately. I think the last one I did, I mentioned doing more, and then I just didn't do it. I did videos instead. Haha, Wigmaster Chef on the Heezel. All right, well, let's take a look at VXV. What has this guy been doing? Kinda resembled an Adam and Eve bottom, but you usually don't have the bottoms come below the Eve come below the bottom. Usually don't see that. So that even slope, that did not play out good, did it? So looks like I haven't looked at this one in a while. Bearish pattern, broke to the downside. Okay. Let's see what we got. Depending on how you want to look at that. That's bullish. Broke to the upside and had volume to support it. That's good. And it looks like a retest of that area and just a little lower. Normally they will retest the breakout point or retest the trend line. Definitely don't want to see it come down here to do anything like that. Trying to make a double bottom is what we're looking at. And hopefully it's done that. It found support there. So we need to draw a trend line right there, 34 cents. Jumping around a little bit. Going to the daily just to check out indicators. What happened? For some reason I'm just not crazy about that song. Oh, it's just music. It's just voice on it. Okay. Anyway, back to the charts here. Sorry about that. Got distracted. Got squirrel brain tonight. So currently got a falling wedge on that on the daily after a breakout of a very steep channel there. It does look like we've got a double bottom situation, which that's good. So we should get at least up to these areas about 54 cents. Daily support just right under 51 cents. So that may be a resistance area, more like a zone there. Moving averages are a little bit bearish there, and so is the Ichimoku cloud. I'm not really liking what I see there. I do like the double bottom. That's some hope. It's got wicked and then it almost got candlesticked. The 200 moving average and the 21's already crossed it, and the 50 is getting ready to cross it, which is technically called a death cross. It can mean some more downside. We got something. Wow, you talk about mixed signals right here. Moving averages and Ichimoku are saying bearish. Other things are saying bullish. You know, money flow is starting to point up. We need to see it up a little bit more than that, continue on up. But VWAP's coming up, and we got a green dot on the daily. Stochastics are going up. That's the big one to look at. MACD's starting to get a turnaround good. So we'll get a breakout there, but it looks like a struggle about 45 cents getting over that 200 on the daily. So that would be an area that I would look at for possible taking profits. But I don't like these moving averages getting ready to cross, especially if that blue one crosses over. And I don't like that thinning out on the cloud. So if you ask me, it looks like we're going to get a little bit of a struggle with this one. And it would probably be that way with a lot of altcoins too, just the way things have been going. We just had total 2 pulled up, and it didn't look very bullish at the moment. So altcoins are kind of suffering. Ooh, I just don't like the way that cloud looks. Now, if it gets a little green over here, that could be a good sign. Look, both of these moving averages here on the 6 hour starting to turn down. Although MACD looks like it wants to rock. It's been a very kind of lackluster market. So the hopeful situation is to go right up here for a double top or a double bottom scenario. And should get a falling wedge there. See if we got a measured move from that little guy. If we break out in this area, that would bring us up to right around about 52 cents. So maybe what we see price do, I don't like what I see with that red cloud though. That's usually a sign that it's coming down. But on the plus side, I mean, we've broken out of a falling channel. That's bullish. It's just doing a bearish retest, double bottom. So that's a sign that we should go up. But the indicators are some of the indicators are just showing a little bearish signs. And let's check out PSL. I'm not familiar with that. It is on KuCoin, Pastel. Now, someone on here mentioned Wojak a couple of streams ago. Maybe it was a few weeks ago, and I looked at it. And I hadn't thought anything about it since, but I was trying to trade Pepe through SafePal wallet, which they allow you access to MexC. But for some reason, Pepe wasn't coming on there. But they did have Wojak, and I got into that, and it was a tiny trade because I'm seriously had very little to work with there, but I just wanted to play around. But 800% gain on a very tiny amount. But that was just kind of cool out of Wojak. All right, I put the wrong one in there. PSL, right? Pastel. Pastel's number 1399. 21. Get my numbers mixed up. Billion. Circulating supply is 10 billion, so about half of that out. Okay, 3 million market cap. Fully diluted to be 7 million. Kind of a little flat right now. And they don't tell me what it does over here. Which I wish that they would. I would just like a little synopsis about what this coin does. And this is where CoinGecko, they should tell me that. Okay, well that webpage is blocked. Let's take a look and see what it looks like. Ooh. Okay. Well, the weekly's on the floor with the stochastics. I'm not crazy about that little thin bit of cloud there, though. Well, all I can say about this is that I don't see a confirmed bottom yet, and that means that it can still keep going down. Kind of like XDB in that situation. It just seems to keep finding new lows, and all the other coins have kind of stepped up their game a little bit. Most of them have. A lot of them has lost a lot of those gains in this past week, seems like, but currently, just depending on how I draw this, I'm having to cut through some candles here. I don't like cutting through candles. So see where that bottom is, just see if I can narrow this line a little. Okay, so that works. So I like to draw my my lines from candle bodies to candle bodies, mostly. Try to see where you get the most supports there. So that makes a valid line. It's falling wedge, so I mean it's got some hope to the break to the upside. And let me try another trick here. Not really getting anything there. All right. And we can take a measured move and put at a possible breakout area. And it could possibly see 0.0011 right in that area. Just a little under it. But I would feel better. Okay, you've got to reclaim this level. That's going to be a hiccup trying to get past that. And then where our measure move takes us is actually another level that we got to get past. So that makes it a pretty solid area to take profit. And where did this come down to? So we came down we're below that lowest wick there. I mean, this is not one that I would pick to get in at the moment. I would have to see something like a double bottom. I would have to see something show me maybe a breakout that could trigger me to want to get into it. But the problem is with some of these coins, you keep making lower lows, lower highs, and lower lows, and so they're still in a downtrend. So at this point in the game, I want to be on a confirmed uptrend. So PSL, we'll put it on the watch list. Let's take this one and we'll put it over on our little watch list there. And let me check out the 4 hour just to see what's going on it. So the deal is you really want to see it get above the 200 moving average on the 4 hour. And that lets you know that you're in bullish territory. And until you do that, well, you can put money in, but you can just see it slowly slip away. Ooh, let me bring the chat over a little bit. I'm getting a little bit behind there. You guys are talking to each other? Cool. You guys hanging out. 28 to 24 range is going to be a kicker. Let me see what PXP is down. It's down is good for me. Would like to get in on a good injury. Well, I do like the double bottoms situation there, but man, it just looks like, and maybe the other altcoins will be like this too this week. We got the news coming out tomorrow. Hell, I already forgot what they're releasing tomorrow. It's usually the same song and dance. The market makers like to tear up Bitcoin, freak everybody out a little bit, and then it gets back to normal. And they leave us with crappy trading on the weekend. And at some point, it looks like it's going to make or break us. And all that's starting to get a little bit old right now. I'm starting to get bored with this. Not bored with crypto, but just bored with the price action, man. Where do we get all the vocals? Let's try that. Sounds like a cool song though, but yeah, VXB, I do like the double bottom thing, but getting up to maybe 50 cents, 55 cents, it looks like it's going to struggle there. I'm not saying we'll get past it, but it looks like it's going to have a little bit of a fight out there. And going back just the total too. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that at all in the 4 hour, but there's some bullish divergence there. These indicators are just all kind of crazy right now, right? Chris says, I've been picking up some last time a couple days, liking prices, plus at the bottom of the range. Yeah, always good to get it at the bottoms. Says, yeah, man, if it dips below, I will be stoked. Let's check out old Wojak, because I've not looked at that in a minute. Oh my. Now that's crazy. Now I can't remember who it was. I was thinking it was Grizz, but I'm not sure if you mentioned that last on one of the streams or not. But that's pretty awesome, man. Because anybody who was already in it at that time on this coin has made some bank. Brett says, thank you for your help, and please do some research about PSL. This coin could be huge in the future. I'll look at it. I'll look into it. Looks like Wojak may have broken that parabolic structure, which sadly they always seem to do, at least just after I talk about them. Now technically it's still in it, unless you want to. Well, no, that lines up actually pretty dang good. Wojak still looks pretty good to me. If it's just wicking below the 21 there, can keep that support there. I like what I'm seeing. There's some bearish divergence there. So this is what 1, 2. That's a mini stage 1. Okay, stage 1, 2. This 1, 2. That's your third. That's your fourth. Interesting. Got a big drop on that today, though. Ooh, 40%. But I'm pretty sure we were talking about it, or whoever was talking about it, probably was right down around these areas. So, man, 330% return. Well, let's keep our eye on Wojak there, but. But if it does break this, it's just going to be sideways and down. But that cloud looks good. Cloud looks good. I think it's got some promise there, just going through a little bit of a pullback. So I've been trading Peppy lately. And it looked like I was doing really, really good. And I'm looking at my account saying, what the hell happened? I'm like, it just looked like I had a bunch of fees. But I do see Peppy coming down, broke that parabolic structure, and ooh, that's a pretty nice head and shoulders. A little higher on this side though, for that shoulder. Ooh. Come on down, Peppy. Am I in a short? My idea was to short that a long time ago. Did I not do that? But I can see Pepe dropping. Man, I can see Pepe dropping right back down to these areas about 4. How many zeros in a 4? Because it needs to come back and retest this area. So in all honesty, I can see it over time coming right back to retest this area right here. So that may make a very cool short. The only thing, well, stochastics are down at the bottom on the 4 hour, but MACD says 4 hours ready to go to the downside. And I'm not. Trying to see if I got anything to short with over there now. All right. So Pepe's coming down. What's about some of our other altcoins that we got? Trying to pull up some of the ones that I have. I know Q&T is one that I've been watching. And it's been ranging. I was hoping that this would be a bottom here. Oh, this chart is messy. And what is this? So I'm still seeing this as being a retest of this trend line. And that's in the buy zone. Just altcoins just aren't looking that good to me right now. I'm checking out Ethereum. How's that look? I believe I will be trimming down my altcoins. Because it just appears to me that things be wanting to come down. It'd just be nice to get a little bump up to clear them out a little bit, you know? But XRP is actually doing better than what it has been. So we got the breakout. We take this one off. Then you can see that rising channel. And you can see that we're retesting that line there with XRP. Question is, will it come back into this previous channel, or will it get a bump up? Because we usually don't get bump ups in a green cloud. And I'm seeing some bearish signs here too. 9 crossing the 50 to the downside, 21 starting to come down. The alts are just kind of looking a little precarious to me at the moment. Even though Dogecoin. So basically what I'm doing is I'm pulling up the daily and I'm looking at our moving averages and seeing what they're doing and how they're relating to the 200 and what's crossing the 200, especially paying attention to the 9 and the 21 where they are, and paying attention to the 50. And everything's just looking on the daily, starting to look bearish to me. And if it's not in the moving averages, it's in something else that I'm seeing. And here I'm on Matic. Matic's down to 96 cents. Sometimes I think I just need to clear out everything so I can see again. right, Matic on the daily. And that's broke structure there. That's not good. And on the daily, 9 across the 200. Now Matic's coming down too. Check out Polkadot. Next looks like a following channel with a partial decline, but it can still be a falling wedge. You got 3 touches and 2 touches, that works. And a retest, it's just sideways on this guy. And we're at a key level of support and resistance for Polkadot. So I don't want to see that level break, but it looks like it looks like it's going to. Definitely don't want to see $4.30. Well, if I free up capital, I'll be pleased to see $4.39 Polkadot. I'd be cool with that. But if I don't free up my capital, I'm not going to be happy about that. But it is possible. I mean, get a breakout. We've done a retest. Should be going up, but we could still, come back and do a double bottom. It definitely can do that. All right, who else we got? Even Shiba's down, man. Shiba's almost down to her buy zone. We need to lower that buy zone because we're under the 200 on the daily. Because alts are just looking kind of bearish to me right now. They are, but there's also some signs here saying this is not the best time to sell them either. So my rule is don't ever sell at the bottom of the Bollinger Bands. Put on the daily Bollinger Bands and don't ever sell at the bottom of them. I mean, you can sell in the middle, preferably at the top, but don't ever sell in the bottom because you're just caving in. Yet they can still go lower. She says at the bottom of the band here and it just kept on going lower. I don't want to see a situation like that though. So see something like that, go to a bigger time frame and look at that Bollinger Band. And that Bollinger Band bottom is way down here. So on the weekly, that would not be selling at the bottom. But oh man, it does look like it wants to head that way, doesn't it? What is it, Shiba? I wasn't this bearish earlier. Shiba needs to go back to 7. It looks like it's headed that way. It does look like that. If everything's going to continue to pull back, we got good opportunities to DCA for some more. Yeah, that's true. I just need to free up capital. That's the situation I'm in. All right. I'm going to check out Demetria. Now that's actually one I'm trying to build more of. everything is just wanting to come down, so it seems. That one's got a nice little retest there, the 200 on the 6 hour. Need to go with the daily, see what the daily says. I just feel like I got too many dang lines on here. So we've got our moving averages crossing there and testing the 50. That's not bad. And this one's got a chance to get a little bit of a bounce, and doesn't mean that it's going to keep coming up though. But we are testing this area. I would definitely like to see that area hold for Demetria, and it could. This one doesn't look as bad as some of the other ones I've seen. But it still kind of puts us pretty much in a channel. Yeah, that wasn't supposed to happen. So support at 2 cents, support at 4.6 cents for Demetria. And we could wick down and revisit those areas. And that definitely could be a double top there. Although I don't see the bearish divergence on the daily. This looks normal. There is a little hidden bearish divergence right there. Which suggests that Demetria might actually catch that and come up some. Or it may actually find support there. Well, I need some good news from an altcoin. Could I check out DVPN? Yeah, I think I looked at that just a day or two ago for myself. Okay. Looks like it came up really just a little shy of that measured move. And we were looking at inverted head and shoulders, which looks like that's played out. Can't really see it that good on the daily, but that worked. So that's gone. Let's clean this out. Holding above the 200, that's important on the daily, and there's some divergence on the momentum wave. Don't really see it on the RSI. MACD's not looking that hot though. So we got kind of like this descending triangle kind of thing going on, possibly. And what they do is that they form into falling wedges. This is how I play them. I don't ever play them as descending triangle. Rarely do I do that because a lot of times they just don't play out. They break to the downside, or maybe take off and break to the upside. How is this one looking on the moving averages? The biggest thing is that we're holding the 200, and I hope that we keep holding that 200, not just on this one, but on all of them. We really need to, but if we do not, we're definitely looking at coming down. And if we don't, we could be making a very larger double bottom. Just one scenario to watch out for. And that lines up very well with this other bottom over here. It could happen. It's too early to tell. There are a few signs that say that it could happen, but that's what I'll be watching out for. If we do lose that 200 daily moving average, I would look for something like this. And of course, it would give you a better time to build up some bigger bags on this. Because if that does happen, I mean, the next place it comes up to is back up to this neckline area. And from there, that would be 300%. It'd take a long time to get there, but it's not bad. But this is one that I've got. It's not one that I'm going to thin out because I've got this one set up, staking and all that on the Cosmos ecosystem. But what I don't like is that we lost that. So this is at that point. Let me get rid of this. This was a symmetrical triangle, which I don't trust those little guys. They always do the rabbit run, but here's the rabbit run. Breaks to the downside with the symmetrical triangle like that. They can easily flip back up to the upside. They can actually do some crazy stuff and range for a while. All right, so seeing that actually makes me feel a little bit better since I see the original structure that it broke down from. But it still tells me we can possibly see a double bottom if we lose that 200 moving average, and I really don't want to see any of these altcoins lose that daily 200. So as far as upward targets, I don't see anything happening for right now, but I would definitely shoot for this 00081 at some point. But whenever I get these triangles like that, this is actually how I play them. I just keep carrying those lines out. It kind of makes an X, and you'll see price generally respects that, and they'll follow along those lines or get above it and follow along it and go. You know, that's been the best way I've seen them play symmetrical triangle, because they almost have a mind of their own in a way. You'll see a lot of these guys, draw a symmetrical triangle and they're ready to take that crazy measure move and just immediately put it on there like it's going to go up, and I just go, yeah, you haven't played with them very long, have you? Because they don't do that. Very rarely do they do that. It's cool when they do, but you don't see that happen very often. Oh, my pleasure. Yes, sir. Accumulate more of this if it happens. That's the game plan, definitely. I just hate to see alts take a hit, man. I was just really expecting a little bit more out of alts over the last couple of weeks. I guess maybe I had my heights or hopes set too high, but I didn't see a lot of those alts get the gains I hoped I would see out of them. Same, the staking is awesome. Yeah, I've got a lot of stuff staking over on the Cosmos ecosystem. I got in on the osmosis airdrop because I had some atom staking, and then you find out, well, there's a ton of airdrops over on that chain, right? And just put it to work for you. All right, let's see. Look at a few more, and then I think I will cut the stream short. NXRA. I want to check out that one. Yeah, I just feel like my charts are just cluttered as all heck. I just have not erased any of this stuff yet. Now this actually looks pretty decent. Okay, measure move from the body seems to be pretty accurate for that. So depending on how you look at this, falling wedge, but these are basically AB equals CD type moves. Bull flags, that's another way to look at it. But it's got a possibility just from price action here. Actually, man, this one actually looks decent on the daily. MACD looks like it's got some hope to come to the upside there. Stochastics are going up, VWAP's going up, getting ready to print a green dot on Market Cipher. Where we at? We're at 46 on RSI. Slanted up, slanted down. That's some hidden bullish divergence there. And we're in a rising channel, so higher highs and higher lows. So I bet you could just take a fib. Possible. So NXRA at 7.7 cents, going back to the top of the channel, could be about 44% increase, and it likes to break to the upside of that because I've got it drawn from candle bodies and not the candle wicks. Do it to the wicks. %63% on spot, possible. I have to make a note not to get rid of that one. That one actually looks promising to me. Okay. Sterling says NXRA 100X. I hope so. I hope so. I got a nice small bag of it, or decent bag of it. Decent for me. Because I got it when Alliance Blockchain had its big crash, right? I put like some crazy order in, just going to be a degen, and then KuCoin pulled everything, and I didn't know what happened, but apparently got filled, and I must have got a lot more than I imagined, because there's a lot more than I thought I'd put into it. I'm not complaining at all. And let's take a look at Phantom. Let's try this again. Let's take a look at Phantom. There it is, all the way hiding all the way on the bottom there. Jeez, I can't even see my charts, man. It's a parabolic structure, which and this is what happens. This is a good example of what happens when you're parabolic structure, and I've had that on a lot of my videos. I have had that with a lot of coins, and I'm trying to make this clear to everybody. This is what you expect, sideways and down. It's just it's an accumulation, and just takes a long time to start seeing those prices again. This one wasn't too bad coming all the way down there. It's holding its ground pretty well. Oh, but it wants to come down like the rest of them, looks like. And it looks like everything, it looks like a lot of things are going to retest that 200 moving average on the daily. Alright, nothing new really here for Phantom. Does look like it's trying to do a double bottom at this level anyway. Hopefully that level will hold, but some things here say that it could. Stochastics on the bottom say that it's a possibility that we could hold there. But moving averages are saying, well, unless it reclaims this 9, and then that would push it up to retest these over here about 45 cents. If it doesn't do that, and this 21 continues past that 50, it looks highly likely we're going to come down and touch this 200 somewhere around 35, 36 cents. Check out the dollar. What's the dollar doing? Dollar is trying to double bottom on us. few other things I want to take a look at. Is Bitcoin dominance. This is really the thing with altcoins. It's Bitcoin dominance, and it is up high. So that's not helping our altcoin situation at all. So when Bitcoin dominance goes up, that means there's more focus on Bitcoin than there are on the altcoins. A lot of people selling their altcoins off into Bitcoin. And we just need it to just break down, man. We just need it to break down, and it does not want to. It looks really strong, actually, as far as the moving averages and all that go. Now we do have a green dot here on the daily on Market Cipher, and it just looks like sideways stuff to me. What I'd really want to see is it just drop into this green cloud and just shoot down. That would be awesome, but it looks pretty strong. If it's riding that 9 daily moving average, that's strong. So more upside possible for the dollar, and that's just going to hurt the legacy markets and possibly crypto. Total is still hanging in there. Total 3 is altcoins without Ethereum. Is this good or bad? And very likely for this to come down to retest that 200. So that'd be about what, a 3-4% drop. Take out about 10 billion. That's not horrible. Sterling says he hopes NXRA blesses us. I hope it does too. Taking a look at Oasis Network Rose. Well, that looks kind of interesting. See, we're on the weekly. Looks like we bottomed. Possible bottom. This bottom and then this bottom, and that's actually where we got support here, and we're keeping that support there. That's interesting. Still look like we got a good shot to come down and retest that area though. And that's a good sign. Just hoping that trend line as well. It would be nice to see it get a bounce here. It could do that and shoot up on the red cloud. Adjust my lines for whatever time frame that I'm on here. Rose doesn't look too bad to me. All right, guys. Unless you got anything you want to throw at me real quickly in the chat. Get a few seconds here for the delay. I'll probably go ahead and end the stream here in just about 2 minutes. But I'll be happy to look at anything if you guys want to throw it my way, though. DSLA is also one I've been looking at. Or I have some of this too. And it's broken that parabolic structure, so we know what that means. It's just kind of slowly going to be burning its way down. So that one's probably going to be on my chopping block. It's been a chill stream. Just chart and chill sometimes, yeah. I appreciate you guys for being here. Oh, not a member says late after rewatch. Not a problem. Glad you're here, not a member. All right, guys, I want to go ahead and wrap this one up, but thank you so much for stopping by and everything. I seriously appreciate that. Didn't want to turn on the camera tonight because I'm just being kind of lazy, I guess. I feel really tired today, but for those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much. Little Elvis right there. All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you for showing up. Until next time, my name is Lane, your Crypto Road Dog. Reminding you, you got this. And let's see if we can find a cool outro screen. Should have thought of that before I stopped talking, huh? Still figuring this stuff out. How about a little crash?
You like what you see, then please subscribe, eh? And if you like what we do, then smash that like button too. And if you love the video, leave a comment down below.